RHOC Vicki Gunvalson on what she said no to in Season 18. Vicki Gunvalson might be a friend this season on The Real Housewives of Orange County, but that does not mean she will be a puppet. During a recent episode of her new podcast, Vicki told her fans exactly what she refused to do this season. The OG of the OC has made multiple appearances so far on Season 18. Vicki, who starred in the first 13 seasons of RHOC before being demoted, is still making waves on Season 18. She explained that she returned for yet another season to support her friend Shannon Beater. As RHOC fans are aware, Shannon was arrested for DUI in September 2023, shortly before production began. Perhaps Vicki's most talked-about appearance this season came on the Traitors-themed episode, when Teddy Mellencamp quipped "Welcome Housewives," and Vicki went viral. Of course, Vicki did not like the put-down and said as much on Melissa Gorga's podcast. Of the episode, she claimed, "This is not what I created as a reality show." While Vicki still creates memorable moments for fans, she will not do everything production asks of her. Vicki Gunvalson reveals exactly what she refused to do on RHOC Season 18. On a recent episode of her My Friend, My Soulmate, My Podcast show, Vicki shocked fans by claiming she was asked to confront some of her castmates at Jennifer Pedranti and Ryan Boyajian's engagement party. Typical Vicki wanted to leave because it was freezing and the venue lacked seating. But she claims they asked her to stay longer. It is unclear who they are, but one can only assume she is talking about production. And this is about Jen and Ryan's engagement. They're like, well, it is. But it's really about the season and what's happened everywhere. So this is giving everybody a platform to talk about it. I said, no, this is about Jen and Ryan, Vicki explained. Someone she refers to as a friend then asked her to confront her frenemy Tamra Judge and newbie Katie Janela. And he said, listen, if this is your reality where you are not comfortable, I want you to approach Tamra. I said, not going to do it. This is Jen and Ryan's night. He then said, what about you confronting Katie about talking about Heather Dubrow? I said, not going to do it. Not my business. And he goes, damn, you're not going to do anything. I said, what I'm going to do is go home. Fans can see for themselves if Vicki stays out of the drama when new episodes of The Real Housewives of Orange County air on Thursday nights on Bravo. Vicki Gunvalson has never been one to shy away from speaking her mind. After all, she's the OG of the OC, a title she wears with equal parts pride and defiance. As Season 18 of The Real Housewives of Orange County unfolded, fans were thrilled to see Vicki back on their screens. But this time, something felt different. The high-energy, opinionated Vicki that viewers have come to love, and sometimes cringe at, seemed more measured, more intentional about the drama she engaged with. And as the season progressed, the fan base began to notice one recurring theme. Vicki saying no, and not just to her co-stars, but to situations, dynamics, and behaviors that no longer aligned with her personal growth. In a recent sit-down interview, Vicki opened up about what led her to draw these boundaries and why saying no became her Season 18 mantra. A new chapter, a new perspective. Coming back to the show was exciting, but it was also nerve-wracking, Vicki confessed. I've been through so much, with work, my personal life, my health. I'm not the same person I was in Season 1. So I told myself, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it on my terms. And that meant saying no to things that didn't serve me. One of the first no's came during a cast trip to Aspen. Historically, Vicki has been the queen of jumping into whatever wild, booze-fueled antics her co-stars concocted. But this time, when Tamra Judge and Shannon Beater proposed a late-night snow bunny contest involving questionable costume choices and tequila shots, Vicki politely declined. "I'm not 25, she said, laughing. "And frankly, I'm not interested in dressing up in some ridiculous outfit just to make a fool of myself on national television. That's not who I am anymore. I'd rather sit by the fire with a glass of wine and have a real conversation." Rebuilding friendships on her terms. Vicki's return to the show also meant navigating her complicated relationships with Tamra and Shannon, collectively known as the Tres Amigas. While fans were eager for a full reunion, it quickly became clear that Vicki wasn't willing to fall back into old patterns. "I love Tamra and Shannon, but I've learned that our friendships work best when there's mutual respect," Vicki explained. "In the past, I'd let myself get pulled into their drama, even when it didn't involve me. This time, I've made it clear. I'll support them, but I'm not going to be their referee or their punching bag." This boundary was put to the test during a heated dinner in Laguna Beach, where Shannon accused Tamra of spreading rumors about her relationship with John Jansen. As voices rose and wine glasses clinked in agitation, all eyes turned to Vicki, expecting her to mediate. "I just said, nope, I'm not doing this," Vicki recalled. "I told them, you two need to work this out without dragging me into it. And you know what? They did. It was messy, but they figured it out. And I didn't have to sacrifice my peace." Saying no to toxicity. One of the most buzzed-about moments of the season came during a party at Heather Dubrow's newly downsized, but still massive home. A confrontation between Jenna Kirschenheiter and Emily Simpson escalated quickly, with accusations flying and alliances being questioned. As the drama reached a fever pitch, Vicki quietly slipped away. "I'm too old for that," she said bluntly. "I've been in those screaming matches before, and they never lead to anything good. At this point in my life, I'm not going to waste my energy on petty arguments. If people want to hash it out, that's their choice. But I don't have to be a part of it." Her decision to disengage didn't go unnoticed. Some cast members saw it as a sign of maturity, while others interpreted it as Vicki being above the group. "I'm not above anyone," Vicki clarified. "I'm just prioritizing my mental health and happiness. And if that means walking away from a toxic situation, so be it." The power of no in personal relationships. Off camera, Vicki's newfound boundaries have extended to her personal life as well. After a series of tumultuous relationships, she's finally in a place where she feels secure in content. And she's not willing to compromise that for anyone. "I said no to relationships that don't align with what I want for my future," she shared. "I said no to people who don't treat me with respect. And it's been empowering. For the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm in control of my own happiness." One poignant moment from the season highlighted this growth. During a heart-to-heart with her daughter Brianna, Vicki opened up about her fears of being alone and how those fears had influenced her past decisions. Brianna looked at me and said, "Mom, you're never truly alone. You have us, you have your friends, and most importantly, you have yourself." That really hit me. It made me realize that I don't need a partner to feel complete. I'm already whole. A legacy reinvented. As season 18 wraps up, it's clear that Vicki Gunvalson's return to RHOC wasn't just a nostalgic cameo, it was a statement. By embracing the power of no, she's shown that growth is possible, even in the high-pressure, drama-filled world of reality television. "Some people might think I've lost my edge," Vicki said with a grin. "But I think I've just found my balance. I'm still the same Vicki who loves to whoop it up and have fun. But I'm also a Vicki who knows her worth and isn't afraid to stand up for it. And honestly, That feels better than any drama ever could. Fans will undoubtedly continue to debate Vicki's evolution, but one thing is certain. The OG of the OC is back, and she's doing it her way.